Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. Well, today we are talking about products that I've purchased strictly because Tati said so. That's something that happens to me all the time. I'll be watching Tati's videos, sometimes other YouTube influencers, and they will be raving about a product. And if I see it on their channel over and over again, or if just their initial impressions had me blown away, I actually have a section in my notes app in my phone just for makeup, and I put the product down. That way when I'm like shopping and I'm like, what do I want? I can go back through that list, and if I see something there, I know that it made such an impression on me that I really wanted it. Because sometimes you see so many products and you're like, did I really want to get that, or was that just an ad I saw? This way, if it's in my notes app, I know it is something I really wanted. Now, I have purchased a ton of product because Tati, Nikki, Risa, Lisa J, Manny, Laura Lee, Wayne Goss, and the list goes on, because they have said so, because they have tried it, they've recommended it, and I'm like, all right, if it's good enough for them, it's definitely good enough for this girl. But today I'm gonna go over the products that I've purchased recently because Tati talked about it and they had me intrigued. Oh, and if you're new, hi, my name is Jennifer. I am a lover of all things hair care, skincare, and makeup. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. I've got a shit ton of mess for you to go through. And I'm a little bit sweary. Oh, and hopefully today we can all get past my hair. She doesn't want to cooperate. So when I'm not feeling good about what's happening with my hair, I always put on a piece of jewelry that makes me feel good. So today, maybe you'll stare at my beautiful baddie chain from Mahina and give her a little more love than the bird's nest. All right, first up, this eye palette from LA Girl. When Tati talked about it recently, I was like, that packaging, that's for me. Does it make you think of anything? It seems like I might have a theme in my life. Yeah, pink sparkles. I'll buy it no matter what's inside. So I found this palette at Ulta yesterday, and I am so glad I did. So this is the first LA Girl eye palette I have ever purchased. I don't purchase much, if any, LA Girl product really. No real reason. It's just that there's so many products in the world, I can't be buying everything, but a girl can dream. So anyway, this palette is like me through and through. It's neutral, it has pinks, it has browns, it has darker shades for lining. As a matter of fact, on my eyes today, I have this shade, I have this shade, I have this shade, I have some of this shade, I have a little this, I have a little this. Girl went in. And actually, if you saw my last video where I talked about my favorite 2021 moisturizers, linked above, I had used this palette for that eye look also. Like, I was really surprised at how nicely they blend, how pretty the color payoff is, the actual shade ranges in here. I mean, it seems like it's, yeah, very neutral, and it is, and I love a neutral palette, but these like shimmer pops over here, they are so pretty. This shade Pink Please, it is so pretty as a topper. Glitzy is what I have for the shimmer on my eyes, on my lid, and underneath my lash line today. It's so pretty. I could go on and on about this Holla Slay palette from LA Girl, but if you have a makeup lover in your life, $14.99 for this palette is beyond worth it. And Tati said so. You're so pretty. Like, who can resist this pink sparkle? Not this girl. All right, and next up from Patrick Ta, I have his Precision Gel Liners. Now, I originally bought the shade Rich Brown because I wanted it for tight lining my eyes. And Tati said it was perfect for that because it didn't run or smear or smudge. It stayed intact all day long. And I was like, that's exactly what I want. Now, I'm not huge. Well, I shouldn't say that. I have never been huge on tight lining, but recently I've been really wanting to darken up my lash line, but not go in like heavy with an eyeliner. That's not really my go-to look. So I thought the tight lining might be the way to go for me. And this has been like perfect for me. So as you can tell, yeah, it is a rich brown. The shade is gorgeous. I have it in my lash line today. Well, actually in my waterline underneath my lashes. I think we all know that applying tight line looks weird, looks creepy, and it is, but this goes on so buttery smooth. It is not a problem, and it stays in place all day long. I super love this. I've been using it for probably 2 months now. So recently when she had a video and she talked about the cream shade, I was like, cream? What you doing with that? And she showed that she was using it to kind of highlight very softly under her brow bone. And I was like, I need that. So for me, because my brows are such a nightmare, having a nice highlight under my eyebrows is very helpful. But sometimes if there's too much, then it's a whole thing. This being an eyeliner, and in cream. Let me show you. Now, I would never use this in the waterline. That is not my look ever. It's just not cute on me. But just going under the brow bone, and then I'll take a brush like this that is flat, and I will just blend it ever so slightly, and it just gives the most subtle highlight. You may not notice it, but you shouldn't. That's the whole point. I want everything to look seamless and cohesive, but it's still important to have those highlights. I've only had this for a couple days, but I'm loving it. I love how it doesn't move, how it just stays in place. It doesn't fade. These precision gel liners from Patrick Ta are really good, worth the money. And if you need a liner, you might want to try it. All right, next up from Vanessa Myrick's are her color fixes. Now, I have a couple Vanessa Myrick's products and I love them. The thing with her products is that I think it's really important that you go and watch her videos. They are so helpful. Because she's a makeup artist, she has a way of doing things, a way of using her products that really makes sense, especially if you watch the videos, because that is a great wealth of knowledge. So when Tati was talking about the Color Fix Matte in the shade, what is this, Latte, I was super intrigued. Now, my Sephora only carries a small amount of Vanessa Myrick's and it sells out quickly. Luckily, when I was there the other day, they had the shades I was looking for. So I was looking for Latte and I was looking for Glaze. They're both super interesting. Now today I have the Latte, which both of these products are eye, cheek, and lip products. You can use them any way you want to. This one here in particular, the matte, is waterproof. And when I say it's waterproof, I had put a tiny dot on the back of my hand for when I was doing my lips, and then I couldn't get it off. Water didn't take it off. Soap and water didn't take it off. I had to use a cleansing balm to get it off. So yeah, she sticks around. So for applying this today, all I did was take the tiniest dot. And when I say tiny, that's how much. Like the pigment on this goes for days. And I used a lip brush. I took it on my lip brush and I just painted in. Boom, done. Now I knew I was gonna like this because I have a shimmer shade, but I didn't have a matte shade. And I do love this. I can't wait to use it on my cheeks and eyes. I love nothing better than a full face of like a cheek, a lip, and eye color that are all the same. I think it's like a cohesive, really pretty look. Maybe in the future I will do a Vanessa Myrick's only video and we will give that a shot so you guys can see how her products work. All right, and so I also got the Glaze. So this is also for cheek, lip, and eye. Now, here's the thing. I, of course, wanted it for my lip, and I'm going to give it a shot on my cheeks. I'm actually using one of her cheek, Dew Wet Bombs on my highlight today. I love that, but I'm going to give this a shot for the highlight also. I don't know. I will try it on my eyes. Who am I kidding? I'm going to give it a try. But usually using these sticky products on the eyes are really only good for a short time if you're just taking pictures. It's not good for all day wear, but I do want to see what it'll do. So maybe I'll give it a shot today after I'm done filming and I'll see how it works out. I'll let you know. So anywho, if you are looking for long-term wear, pigment that is pow, versatility, definitely give Vanessa Myrick's a look because the line, there's so much to choose from and you'll be surprised how many things are used for more than one thing. Should we play a drinking game and see how many times I can say the word things? All right, next up from Dior, the Stellar Gloss. This is in the shade, I think 465 Shock. So when Tati showed this, at first I was like, it's kind of a cool toned pink. It's not normally my shade of pink. And then she put it on her hand and I was like, stop. All right, so here we have that cute little applicator that I love. It's just a chubby, fluffy applicator. But wait, do you see this? Can you see that? Can you? It's like a freaking disco ball for your lips. I, of course, have some on. Let's put just a little bit more on because more is more. Do you see that? Like, that's it. A disco ball for my lips. That is all I ever want, I ever need. The shade pink, like this here pink doesn't come through so much. It's more of just like a backdrop for the shimmer and glimmer. But of course, while I was picking this up, this girl was sitting right nearby and I was like, hello, gorgeous. Her name is Fancy. Right there. Fancy, get my purse. I paid for it. She didn't just jump in my purse. I paid for it. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, I got these at a 20% off at Sephora because they're having their 20% off one purchase right now. It goes through December 12th. I was able to save money on Dior products. Yay! Anyway, back to Fancy. I actually had this on in the video I posted for my favorite moisturizers. This here is great because you can wear it. I'm running out of hand room. You can wear this without anything underneath it. You can wear it just on its own because of that shade. Now it is sparkly, but it's nowhere near the disco ball that Shock is. But the two of them, I'm in love. Tati knows what she's talking about. Oh, and one last thing. I'm going to give an honorable mention to it because Tati did talk about this a little bit ago, but I already owned it before she had talked about it. So I was like, yay! From Iconic London, this is their Glaze Crayon. Now it's double-ended, dual-ended. I have it in the shade Champagne. So this is nice because you can use it for a ton of stuff. You can use it for highlighting your cheeks. You can use it for highlighting your inner corner. You can use it on the lid. You can use it under the brow bone. Use it over you damn well please. And you can also just move it around and it shears out nicely. Ooh, gorgeous. Or you can go into the other end, which is the cream. And actually, I haven't used this yet. I've only used the crayon side. Why don't we just, why not? Let's just go on the lid and, oh, yeah. Yeah, so when you just want to ramp it up, and let's face it, who doesn't want to ramp it up this time of year? Like sparkle, shimmer, shine, that's my thing all the time, but it's the holidays, so I have an excuse. Oh, it's so pretty. Better do the other side. This is the shit that I live for. Like my little 5-year-old child comes out of me and I am just giddy. These do come in a bunch of other shades. You can find them at Sephora and wherever Iconic London products are sold. All right, friends, well, that is it for just a small glimpse into what Tati has made me purchase lately. If you are now intrigued by any of these products, let me know in the comments below. Let's face it, this is the power of influencers. They show us, we get all starry-eyed, and then we open our wallets. At least that's what happens to me far too often. That's why me having this channel is a good excuse. And if there are any products that you have seen an influencer talk about that you are curious, let me know in the comments below. I might give it a try for you. And as always, I will have all these products linked in the description box below so you can shop easily. They won't be affiliate links. They are just links for your convenience. And friends, I want to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for showing up, watching my videos, liking, subscribing, commenting. It blows me away and it just fills my heart. Thank you so much. And so until next time, I want to thank you so much for being here and I'll see you real soon. Seriously, I could just keep putting this on and on and on.